Alrighty then, it looks like I'm a freaking moron. And I thought I had my voice on, but it turns out I didn't. Really glad you people won't be seeing the video or the match that I did before. I'm so pissed. And this is why you shouldn't take anything I say seriously, because I do dumb stuff like this. Okay, I'm just gonna recap what happened last match. I was doing another episode of Casual Play, Casual Help, episode 2, which is Agni, the guy in the right. And I thought my voice was being recorded, but it turns out that my mic was off. So I'm gonna have to scrap that video that I just saved and make a whole new one, which is what you're watching right now. I am so disappointed in myself. I'm choosing Agni. Give him to me.
Agni.
Dang it. Oh boy. Ooh, Shadow Tech. Well, anyway, guess let's start with the intro. Welcome back to another episode of Casual Play, Casual Help, episode 2. Agni, the God of Fire. He is a mage, which means that he is extremely squishy, which means that he can't take a lot of damage, but he can deal a whole lot of damage. Or, as people usually say, these are glass cannons. Do a lot of damage, but can't take a lot in return. Anyway, I would qualify Agni as a burst mage, which means that he can deal a whole lot of damage within a few seconds. And the good thing about Agni is that he has a movement ability, which is a dash, which means that if I find myself in a situation that I don't like, or if I wish to pursue somebody, I can just use my movement ability, get closer to them, or farther away as need be. And this is probably going to take a while, so I'm probably just gonna do a little cut, and I'll be back with you soon. Alrighty. Oh boy, we got a Diamond Sasano on our team. Yikes. And they have a Diamond Zeus, which is gonna suck as well. Yeah, this is probably just gonna be a shit show. But hey, let's get into it. Okay, sorry, something's got on in front of my glasses. Alrighty. Okay, so for starters, for mages, I would suggest doing Vampiric Shroud, and if there's any healing on the enemy team, I would suggest Tainted Steel. If you want Sands of Time for mana regeneration and cooldown, and also doing the Conduit Gem, which gives you true damage for however many stacks you have at that time. Okay, for Agni's first ability, Noxious Flames, it's a good way to set up a stun, because if this gets hit by his 2, Flame Wave, 3, Path of Flames, or his ultimate, Rain Fire, it ignites and stuns the enemy. Now, a tactic that a lot of people like to do with Agni is to pop off his ultimate, then quickly switch over to Noxious Fumes, and as his ultimate lands, it ignites the fumes and stuns them. Donatello, run away. Okay, so a big thing that you want to take into account when dealing with a Zeus is stay away from his shield that he chucks. And always make sure to have your Aegis up.
An enemy has been slain.
And if you and also before I continue, Aegis completely mitigates damage for like 2 seconds, and I'll be going purification beads once I reach a certain level, and that prevents crowd control or CC from affecting me, which is pretty good for Cerberus's ultimate, as you just saw, which knocks me up, and he can pretty much throw me wherever he deems necessary, which is probably going to be into someone else's ultimate on his team. Okay. Yeah. What I just did is what people like to do. Pop ultimate. Put not just fumes.
Everything okay?
Jukes. Oh, I completely forgot to do my Battle Pass quests.
You're all right.
You rock.
There we go. Okay, I just went Chronos Pendant, which for every 10 seconds subtracts a second from my abilities on cooldown, and gives me some good power and cooldown reduction, which means I can use more of my abilities in a faster time. And another thing about Agni's ultimate is that it doesn't cost any of his mana or mana. It's pretty much at the bottom left where that whole flame is basically like how would I markers, and for every time he uses his ultimate, he uses a mark.
All right. Everybody gets one, I guess.
Oh, save me. Ah, man. Oh, this is going pretty well, as I say sarcastically. Let's see what these people are building. As you can see from Cerberus in his second item and Erling in his first item, they're building physical first. Yeah, which makes sense because we have more physicals on our team. As I've said before, I'll try to make sure that you build defense for the side that has the what am I trying to say? If more physicals, more physical defense first. More magicals, more magical defense first. Simple as that. And the thing to make sure that you do is when your jungle buffs on each side of the map respawn, get to those first, so that the enemy team doesn't, because it keeps the buffs out of their hand and also gives you some XP and gold. Ow. What a... Yeah, a big thing about Zeus, besides just dodging everything he does, his detonate charge is one of the most annoying abilities in the entire game. Because it's pretty much an auto hit and can't miss, and does a crap ton of damage for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So basically just claps everything in sight. That was close. It kind of pays to have fast reflexes. No! Dang it! Yeah, as you can see with the Wheelix in her second item slot, Hydra's Lament, which is that Triton-looking thing. For every ability that she does, her next basic attack will use some of her physical power as... I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus here. And Hydra's Lament would be the equivalent of Polynomicon for magicals. Using a percentage of your magic power in your next basic attack, which can be really, really devastating for a glass cannon. And the item that I just finished buying, that book, is called the Book of Thoth or Book of Thoth. And for every minion I kill, I get a stack. And for every god I kill, I get a stack of 5. And for each stack, I gain more mana. And the mana that I have already is like 3% of it is converted into power. And in that full stacks, I get an additional power conversion. There we go. Yeah, good thing about Agni's ultimate is that it's a decent amount of range, and it kind of works like a mortar, but only more accurate. And thing to realize about Erlang Shin or Erlang is that when he pops his ultimate, he gains a big heal afterwards. So either burst him down and get him killed, or he's just gonna heal right back up to full and wreck you. Hey, got him.
You're insane.
Where do you think you're going?
Thanks.
I'm disappointed.
All right. Everybody gets one, I guess.
This makes me sad. Alright, next is Soul Reaver. And Soul Reaver does additional damage based on a god's maximum health. And Soul Reaver's equivalent is Heartseeker. And no one on the enemy team has Heartseeker, so I can't show you its picture. But yeah, pretty much most items have a quote-unquote polar opposite, or has an equivalent on the other side of the spectrum. So a magical item that I would have, Soul Reaver. Another item like that would be on the physical side, Heartseeker. Also, when Erlang goes into that turtle form, we call it the War Turtle. Because people in the community like me are just absolute morons. Oh, and I also didn't point this out in the other videos, but we're having our battle pass this season is Stranger Things, so that's why everything looks all decrepit and nasty. Still, it's better than the original arena map.
Take this jungle buff.
And always make sure to alert your teammates when jungle buffs are laid down. Mainly damage and attack speed. That was close. And of course people just want to surrender. And Zeus already has Rotted Tahuti, which I'll show you after I get my next item, which is going to be Spear of the Magus. Leave me be. I want your Girl Scout cookies.
I am on to you.
Yeah, Spear of the Magus, whenever you hit damage a god with your ability, they take increased damage from all sources, which is really good for team fights. And also, gods that have area of effect. Yeah, as you saw with Erlang, he just ulted. And so I basically just pumped damage on him.
All right. Everybody gets one, I guess. An enemy has been slain.
Well, okay. Okay, as you just saw with Neath, our hunter, up on the top, her ultimate is pretty much an auto hit. And if it doesn't kill them, it basically stuns them for a short time. But normally, good Neath players hold on to it until someone's low enough. But also could be used as a good initiator. And now for Rada Tahuti, its big thing is that if a god is under 50% health, you get 25% increase on your magical power against them. So, and as a burst mage, it is incredibly helpful, especially against other glass cannons. Okay. I don't know what that was.
Yo, the squad is carrying. Rampage!
Hey, got him. And as I've stated before, if I'm not talking or anything, I either have nothing to say or just trying to focus on the game. Because you can learn that just by watching. Like, hey, if like this positioning was bad or this positioning was good, what I did was pretty neato. And basically just watch and learn, as people say. Poke.
Everything okay?
Uh-oh. Oh, well, I got him. That's something. Okay, is anything of importance?
An ally has been slain. You're insane!
Yeah, I kind of got nothing with how the enemy's building. Pretty much as a mage, you want to steer clear of the basic attack of the melees, which would be Erlang and why am I blanking so? Oh, and a Wheelex, because they can just shred you. Yeah, it's not fun to get caught in their combos. And people are still wanting to surrender. I'm not surrendering.
All right. Everybody gets one, I guess.
And for the last item, which is pretty much up to you, Soul Gem is a good item to have. Every time you hit an ability, you gain a stack, and at maximum stacks, you deal increased damage for every god you hit. But I like to go Obsidian Shard. Gives a lot of good magical penetration. And it gives you additional penetration for the first time you hit an enemy god. So, and as a burst mage, you really want to make sure that people don't have defense against you.
Enemy ultimate down.
An enemy has been slain.
Well, looks like I'm gonna lose this one, but best way to learn is from other people's mistakes.
You're insane!
Oh, yeah, I got something now. For Erlang, fourth slot, the blue thing, that's called Frostbound Hammer. Now, with Frostbound Hammer, you want to make sure that you really don't want to get comboed by people that have that, because Frostbound Hammer slows you down, and also decreases your attack speed if you're a basic attacker.
Everything okay? GG, chill out. Yo, the squad is carrying.
I don't want this.
All right. Everybody gets one.
Well, either way, I think we're closing to the end here. So I hope whoever watches this crap learns something. Whether it's from me failing or me succeeding. I just want people to just be better. Just learn, adapt, and enjoy the game that I like to play. Because I really don't want people to get thrown off by how it gets complex. Wow, I really don't want people to get thrown off by how complex the game looks.
Man, top 10 anime betrayal.
Smell you later.
But anyway,
Statistically speaking, our chances are pretty good.
hope you've enjoyed episode 2 of Casual Play, Casual Help, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.